So today we're going to be looking at a clip of Matt Hancock essentially tone policing not just an MP but also a female, which does make it a lot worse in some ways. Mainly because there's a bad habit amongst dudes. I'm no exception to this. Who talk down to people, especially women. And so Matt Hancock here is going to be asked a very good question here by Dr. Khan, and he's going to have no answer. And he lies a lot in his answer as well. So what I'll do is I'll let her. You'll play the bit her asking the question, and then we'll look at it, and then we'll look at his answer, and then I'll tell you how much Matt Hancock has lied in his answer. All right, you guys ready? Let's do this.
I may start by saying a huge thank you on behalf of us all in here today and all of those watching to our NHS and care staff who are working so hard on the front line. Frontline workers, like me, have had to watch families break into pieces as we deliver the very worst of news to them, that the ones they love most in this world have died. The testing strategy has been non-existent. Community testing was scrapped, mass testing was slow to roll out, and testing figures are now being manipulated. Does the Secretary of State commit to a minimum of 100,000 tests each day going forward? And does the Secretary of State acknowledge that many frontline workers feel that the government's lack of testing has cost lives and is responsible for many families being unnecessarily torn apart in grief?
Okay, so she made a few points there, and her main point was that a lack of testing has been a major issue, and that the government has fiddled figures around the 100,000 mark, which is something we'll get to once we've dealt with Matt Hancock. She also said that frontline workers have felt like they've been left in the lurch, I guess, because of the government's response. So we know that it was only a few weeks ago that the government actually started testing frontline workers like doctors and other medical professionals and teachers and etc. So they feel let down. Another point is that there were a lot of needless deaths. Had the government actually rolled out a proper strategy, a strategy being the key word here, lives could have been saved. And we know that in care homes now, a lot has gone on, and that's another story. That's another video for another day. And so, excuse me. And so I think she asked a very good question. She made a few very good points there about a lack of strategy and testing. Not to forget that she is also a doctor, and she's gone back into, I believe it's A&E, to help people and things like that. And the fact that she's doing that as well as being a shadow minister is admirable, to say the least. And that the fact that she's doing two jobs, being a shadow minister, an MP, and also working within A&E, 3 jobs you could say, and she's doing it very well by the looks of things. So if we go into Matt Hancock's answer, let's have a look through this.
No, I don't, Mr. Speaker.
Cringes.
I think that I welcome the Honourable Lady to her post as part of the Shadow
He was cuck with his badge. He don't care about the NHS.
team. I think she might do well to take a leaf out of the Shadow Secretary of State's book in terms of tone.
So he's tone policed her right there, saying that her tone is all wrong. First of all, Matt, her tone was fine. You could disagree with the framing of the point she made, saying that there were some loaded points in there, saying that, do you felt like the government has left families in the lurch and things like that. That's a separate point to make. You can argue against the framing. You'd be wrong to do that, but you could do that, Matt. But what you have done is you've argued against her tone because you have nothing. So let's keep going.
I'm afraid what she said is not true. There's
Okay.
been a rapid acceleration in testing across over the last few months in this country, including
Getting from 0 to 70,000 does look quite well, but you've done it fairly slowly, Matt, compared to other countries.
100,000 tests a day.
And so those figures were fiddled, and we'll get to that in a minute.
We've been entirely transparent on the way that has been
No, you haven't.
measured throughout, and I have confidence that the rate will continue to rise. Currently, capacity is 108,000 a day, and we are working to build that higher. Now, of course, we've been working very hard to make the testing capacity grow as fast as possible, and as more tests are available, so we're able to make them available to more people and test people right across the NHS. I pay tribute to the work of the NHS and social care staff on the front line. Nothing should take away from the team spirit.
You're not part of the team, Matt. You're not part of the team. You failed everyone. You're not part of the team.
Which we approach this.
Okay, so first of all, Matt Hancock tone police there, which is, you could say that's misogynistic. I think in his case, it seems like it is, because he would never do that to a man. He would never do that to a man. I've never seen him do that to any dude. Tone police them. So if we actually look here, so this is the government's testing figures. So he goes, she asked him to hit 100,000 minimum, even though Johnson wants to hit like 200,000, 250,000 somehow. So if we actually look here, the testing figures have gone down. So it's above, I think they said the figure was about, 122,000. So it's gone down probably, say, 100, 110, 105 maybe, 1,000. And then it's gone down 75,000. It's gone back up below 75,000, essentially. When this article was written. So that's May 4th, probably what, let's see when this article was written actually. May 7th. So it's come out today actually. Breaking news for you guys, and you should really check these things. But what can we tell is the fact that the government fiddled the figures. She was right. She was telling the truth. When Hancock announced on Friday he had been successful in reaching his goal of hitting more than 122,000 tests on the day, which was the final day of April, which was it the 31st? No, it's the 30th. Right? He said it's an incredible achievement, help us unlock the lockdown, which just sounds stupid. But after hitting the 100,000 target, the figures have remained low, which is something we just mentioned. The Department of Health and Social Care argued that the test has always been showing it was possible to hit 100,000. So let's see if we can find it. But after hitting the target on Saturday, the figure remained below 100,000 ever since, amid fresh shortages of the chemical reagent in some areas, with ministers also accused of fiddling the figures by including tests posted but not yet completed. So what's happened is they've sent out these tests. It can take, say, 3 days, depending on if it's first class or not, just to get to a person, say 2-3 days, right? And then it takes about 3 days to get back, depending on what time you send it back. So what they've done, I think, is they just held back a load of posted tests, and then sent them all on this day, so you can say, oh, we've done it, we hit the target. And they said we couldn't do it, but we did it, Mama, we made it. And then what do you find out? The testing is going down. Why? Because there's a shortage of the chemical, and the fact that essentially he did all of this just to hit that one day, April 30th, just so he could get this little PR win. So we can tell that again, he's lied. And so each thing Matt Hancock, I think, said there was a lie. And he didn't hit the testing. He's cost a lot of lives where people didn't have to die. And most of all, he's failed in his job. These are separate stories, but we can see that the care industry was not helped at all. A lot of people in care homes have died. The PPE they ordered from Turkey isn't the right kind. It's not up to spec. So what that means is it's unusable. So it's going to be sat in a warehouse and then disposed of eventually, or sold off to another country with lower standards than ours. And so Matt Hancock here has got the audacity to tone police not just an MP, not just a female MP, but a doctor. He's got the audacity to speak down to a person and tone police a person who has actually saved lives. And all he's done is fail people and destroy lives and families. Matt Hancock, you're a joke. You're an absolute joke. And I don't have any funny clips to play like I did yesterday for Michael Gove. But Matt, you're a clown. You are genuinely a clown. And I think out of all the ministers who look bad from this, you look the worst. You can clap for carers and NHS workers all day, mate. But at the end of the day, the only thing that you should be listening to is Breaking Benjamin failure, mate. Because that's what you are. You're a failure. And I'm going to leave it there because then I'm really going to say some stuff, some more harsh words. So I'm going to stop rambling on. I'm going to leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. How much of this is Matt Hancock's fault? Do you think this is the global supply shortage? Or do you think that Matt Hancock has genuinely failed at his job? Let me know in the comments below. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.